Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Jeff White, Jeff White Fitness Solutions. Thanks for checking out this video. Talking about some financial fitness, and I'm looking really closely at the dollar and the status of the dollar as the world reserve currency. There's a lot going on that's not discussed in mainstream news, but this is something that everyone needs to pay attention to because this can impact our way of life forever, literally. And as you can see here, Saudi Arabia has doubled second quarter Russian fuel imports for power generation. Now, what they did was they went from importing 320,000 tons of Russian fuel between April and June of last year to 647,000 tons of Russian fuel this year. That's double. Now, I don't know if you guys remember this or not, but we're supposed to have sanctions against Russia, and people are not supposed to be doing business with Russia. But Saudi Arabia is basically like, screw you. We're going to do even more business with Russia. And Saudi Arabia is supposed to be an ally of America. So this is almost like a slap in the face. Now, as I make this video, Biden is over in Saudi Arabia right now trying to wheel and deal and do business with the Saudis. Now, this is also very important because the U.S. and Saudi Arabia have the petrodollar deal. And I've talked about this many, many times. But basically, all oil must be purchased in U.S. dollars. And this has been going on since the early 1970s. And this is what helps keep the dollar strong and in good standing around the world. The U.S. needs Saudi Arabia, needs that petrodollar deal to continue if it wants to maintain its dominance or world reserve currency. But with Saudi Arabia working with Russia and buying Russian oil, that makes things really uncomfortable and puts the deal in jeopardy. So now this is where it gets really, really interesting. Saudi Arabia is among the countries that is believed to be joining BRICS. And the BRICS nations are Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. And what they will do is they will conduct trade in currencies, in their own currencies, and outside of the US dollar. Now we're talking billions and billions of people and billions of dollars that will be outside of the US dollar and the US monetary system. This could be a huge blow to the American economy and the American standard of living because if less people are using American dollars, the dollar will decrease in value and it will cause products to become more expensive. Now, the fact that Saudi Arabia wants to join them could be a really big problem if they end the petrodollar deal. This is what makes this so scary. Okay, guys, this should pretty much sum it up for you. Vladimir Putin sums up New World Order in 5 words. US dollar will collapse soon. Now, this should really scare you because these guys ain't playing. Again, Saudi Arabia is doing business with Russia. They're buying Russian oil. They are attempting to join the BRICS nations. And then Putin says US dollar will collapse. That should make you stand up and think, okay, I got to do something because it doesn't look like they're stopping. And if they can go through with this, my way of life is going to change. Because again, if the demand for the dollar collapses or stops or decreases, whatever you want to call it, then that means the purchasing power will decrease, which will make things much more expensive than they are now. We're talking about a total change in our way of life. And we need to be very cognizant of this and start paying attention and doing what we need to do to protect ourselves. So, how many people knew about this? How many people knew that Saudi Arabia was working so closely with Russia? And don't forget, we are supposed to be having sanctions against Russia. And Saudi Arabia has been working with America for 50 years. But here they are working with Russia in the open and thinking about joining Russia and the other BRICS nations. The media is not talking about this, but you need to pay attention because this can affect you tremendously. So you also want to stock up on foods, stock up on everything you need now, because you may think there's no food shortages or anything like that, but you have to admit, if this goes through, the dollar could be in severe trouble. So you want to get everything you can now while you can still afford it. You also want to grow a garden and start growing some of your own food. Next, create multiple streams of income, because if you have your own income coming in, then you can also dictate how you are paid, what type of currency you are going to be paid in. And last but certainly not least, get you some physical gold and silver, because gold and silver are real money. And if the dollar collapses or we lose the world reserve currency, gold and silver will still be money. They've been money for thousands of years and will continue to be well after the dollar is toast. There's a lot going on right now, and it's critical that we are not only aware of what's going on, but know how to prepare and protect ourselves. And I believe some of the best things we can do is get ready physically, mentally, spiritually, and financially. So if you're interested, check out some of my books. I have two books listed here. I have Invest for Success, Millionaire Wealth Strategies Not Taught in School, and The Three Pillars of Strength, Increasing Your Physical, Mental, and Spiritual Fitness. Each of these are critical for going forward, because we are about to be tried in every single way imaginable, and that means we must be ready. So thanks for checking out the video, and check out my books. But remember, we must be ready for any and everything that comes our way. And we can talk about the problems, but we also have to come up with some solutions as well. All right, guys, take care. Peace.